From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend enriched with this legendary root offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
To the host, to the room. I'm just going to make this short because I know you was talking about an early informant here, so I guess I'm going to be the second informant. I put in your group chat 17 or 18 minutes ago that one of your followers or assets.
Whoop. Stop right there. Followers of what? I don't have followers. What are you talking about, man? I don't have followers, man. We got to stop there. See, you're coming in with a false premise, ma'am. I don't have followers. So what are you talking about? Ma'am? Right there is agent talk.
Okay, well, I said you indicated that the other person was an informant, so I'm doing a PSA announcement. I'm an informant, and I'm informing you that there is a sexual predator amongst your group of folks. He quite often frequented a lot of FBA spaces in regards to your group / lineage.
What group, ma'am? You're making up terms, ma'am. Ma'am, you are being an agent. That's very interesting. You're using a lot of agent language, ma'am. I don't have a group. I don't have followers, ma'am. So, what's the real purpose of you using agent language, ma'am? What's that about? Let's get to the nitty gritty. You are using a lot of agent language, making up false narratives. So, are you on some kind of assignment, ma'am? What's that about? Because you sat here and within 20 seconds, you've said a bunch of things that's completely false. The whole narrative is completely false. So, what's your objective, ma'am? Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Well, my objective is to inform our people in public of any type of potential threat to the community when you have a sexual predator. So, if anybody wants to go to the group chat,
You need to go to that community because you need to go to that community because I don't know who you're talking about, ma'am. And none of that has anything to do with me. What does that have to do with me?
Because this was an individual that was doxxed by some of your people last year.
And who are my people?
Your FBA group, actually.
What group? What group? I don't have a group.
Your
group?
It's not a lineage. It's a group. It's an actual group.
Well, you just so you're making something up. So you're making
no, I'm not making it up. I mean, it's
you just made up an
registered trademark.
No,
it's your registered trademark.
African American is registered as a trademark, ma'am.
Okay, well, I'm a Negro, so that's ethnicity
that's
race. So I mean, that's neither here nor there.
Man,
the fact of the matter.
So you have a group because Negro is a registered trademark too. Several products use the word Negro, so you are a registered group. So why are you and your group in here lying about a make-believe group that I have nothing to do with, ma'am?
This is not about Negro or FBA. This is about one of your assets running around threatening women.
You're making, ma'am.
And I put,
ma'am.
I put in your chat just as a public service announcement, and that,
ma'am, you should be a lying tether, ma'am. I know that lying and scam mentality worked in your homeland or wherever your family fled from, ma'am, but that doesn't work here. Okay, we don't do that here. That's not a part of our lineage. That's not a part of our culture. So, ma'am, I wish you would not bring your degenerate culture over here of lying and scamming and try to project that onto us, ma'am. That's not cool. We don't like that.
That's very cute. I can assure you that I am from here, and I don't have to waste time in
ma'am, you're lying like a tether, ma'am. The way you're lying is tether-like. Somebody said what? Somebody is saying, wait, are you a part of ADOS? Are you part of Strappy's crew? Hold on. Somebody said you might be ADOS. Are you part of Strappy's organization, ma'am?
No, sir, not at all. I'm just a concerned citizen, nothing
Ma'am,
more.
ma'am, are you one of the stud minions of Strappy? Yeah, you sound like a
No,
stud
I'm
minion.
really concerned about the women in your lineage slash group because a lot of them have
No, ma'am,
reported being doxxed.
ma'am,
I was doxxed by cognitive dissonance. Do you are,
I have no idea who that is. I don't have a group, ma'am. You're making up stuff. You're making up things, ma'am. You're sitting in a fantasy world, ma'am. You sound um, very bitter. Do you make up fantasies all the time, ma'am? Is that something that you do?
no, sir. I really don't. I don't.
Do you fantasize about looking like Beyonce? Do you think you look like Beyonce right now in your fantasy, ma'am? Do you have
Hell no,
long
I'm too
blonde?
dark skinned for one. I'm too dark
Right.
skinned.
Okay.
But
I
no,
just
in
want to know
all
what
honesty, all jokes aside, and it doesn't matter which lineage or which ideology you want to represent. This particular individuals had been
don't,
frequenting a lot of FBA spaces,
don't
so I just wanted to.
it doesn't have to do with me. I'm not. There's 42 million foundational Black Americans. I'm not the leader of any of them, ma'am. So if there's a threat, you handle whatever threat there is. I'm not responsible for
Uh, well,
you.
that's not acceptable because you guys had already doxed him last year. That's how we found out about the aggravated
I I didn't
armed robbery charges.
prove that I doxed somebody, ma'am. I don't even know who
People
you talk.
within your circles. I don't know.
I
We
don't
heard
have
it
a
at
circle.
the. We heard it down the grapevine
I,
once we
I don't
had
have a
to
circle,
let him go out of our.
ma'am. I don't have a circle, ma'am. In your little fantasy world, do you have a big ass and a slim waist in your fantasy, ma'am? Am I in the room with you right now? Because you're
No,
fantasizing,
sir.
ma'am,
This is
ma'am,
strictly business because I care about
ma'am,
the safety of.
ma'am, ma'am. You're fantasizing about me right now, ma'am. That's what you're doing. Tariq in my bed right now. I'm not. I'm not there, ma'am. You're fantasizing. Can you keep me out your fantasies, ma'am? Can you fantasize about having another man over there at the house or something? I don't want you fantasizing about me. You sound like a very nice lady. You sound like your back might be kind of big, but you sound very nice. But you don't have to fantasize about me, ma'am. I don't. I don't want to be in your fantasies.
No, sir. I'm good. I'm good.
All
But
right,
in
don't
all honesty,
fantasize.
like I
I don't want
said,
you. Don't fantasize about me, ma'am. I'm not a
no,
part.
I'm not fantasizing.
You are, ma'am. Your people did something to me, ma'am. I don't know you. I promise you, I don't know you or anybody who did anything to you. If you did, you were hugging on me when I was asleep the other night, Tyreek. I wasn't. I don't know anybody who did it, ma'am. You and your
No,
group.
seriously.
You and
This is
your
a very
listen,
serious.
no. It's is it serious? You're talking about me and a group did something to you. I don't know you or any
Well,
group
I
member.
didn't say
Ma'am.
just me. Again, this is a public.
This is a fantasy, ma'am. Tariq, you and your group of niggas came over and handled me. Y'all ran a train on me. What the hell, ma'am? You're fantasizing. Y'all sexually did something. I don't know any of this stuff, ma'am. I'm at the house watching Coco Melon with my fucking 1-year-old. I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. I haven't been nowhere near you. I don't know nobody who's been near you, ma'am. Don't project your weird fantasies onto me. Don't you think that's strange?
Okay. I
Really? Oh, really? Come on, man. Let's get down. What
yeah.
you're doing is
I'm
strange.
just gonna put it to you
That's strange.
like this. Leadership starts from the top down. So
No, ma'am. And I'm not nobody's leader. I'm not. When have I ever said I'm leading anybody, ma'am?
you don't have to.
Yes,
You
you
don't get a
do.
hundred and some odd
Yes, you do,
dollars not leading something. So,
dude.
in the
I
end.
I get that by working, ma'am. I get hundreds of thousands of dollars or however much by working, by not sitting up fantasizing about people. That's
Well,
what
I'm
I.
not fantasizing about a sexual predator. That's for sure. I mean, let's
I don't
get
know
that
who.
clear because these are
I
very
don't know who.
serious charges, and the public should know about this.
If it were that serious, you would be contacting somebody in a more serious position instead of fantasizing about me. And I don't know nothing about none of the people you're talking about, so it can't be that serious. If it were that serious and there were a real threat there, you would be informing people within whatever community that needs to be informed. You wouldn't be on a damn Twitter space talking to people who have no connections to any of this stuff. You're not really thinking about the community, ma'am. You're thinking about your
No,
fantasies.
actually, they've already been
Well, then you need to handle that and stop projecting those fantasies onto me, ma'am. Why do you have me on the brain? Why are you thinking about me?
No, I'm not thinking about you.
Man,
Actually, I'm
oh,
thinking about the lack of accountability you have on this app.
oh
Uh,
man, I'm not responsible and I don't have to account for people I don't know or actions I have nothing to do with, ma'am. That's you fantasizing. You
no, that's not
fantasizing. That's a fantasy,
fantasizing.
ma'am.
That's beyond code, which is what you teach about.
That's a fantasy, ma'am. I'm not responsible for people I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. You're talking about some random shit that I ain't got nothing to do with, ma'am. That's you fantasizing. And that's weird, ma'am. With all due respect, you sound like a mature woman. I'm not going to say older, but you sound like a mature woman. You shouldn't be sitting around fantasizing about random niggas. All right? You should be soaking your feet in Epsom salt, enjoying your middle age, ma'am. But you shouldn't be
Well,
fantasizing.
no, I was just in another Twitter space with Black Greatness and Trinity because we were actually handling serious business in regards to.
No, no, right. And if you were in a space with that clown who's a damn op and a damn agent, you were not handling serious business, ma'am. You weren't handling serious business at all. You were in a room with a musty internet troll. You're not about serious business, ma'am. And let me tell you something, women who be in troll spaces, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad, ma'am. Because when a woman is reduced to trolling online, oh, that says a lot. Because women who are cute don't have to troll. Women who are cute can get attention other ways. They can just post a picture and be cute. Look at the picture you got up. You got a picture of a damn rat on your profile, ma'am. You got a picture of a rat. And that's on a subconscious level how you view yourself, ma'am. A little chunky, big back rat who's sitting here.
No, that's
Keep it real. Let's
just so
keep it.
your audience
Come on,
knows
come on.
that's
No,
a
no,
Cornish
no.
Rex, by the
Ma'am,
way.
ma'am. You got a rat.
But anyhow,
Man, baby girl, you have a rat as your profile picture, ma'am. What dime has a rat as a profile picture? Ma'am, you're sitting there looking like a cross between Precious and Gerald Levert. And this is what you have to do in order to get attention from niggas. And you're sitting there fantasizing about me. Do you have a Hidden Colors DVD laying next to your bed? And then you put it on and rub your sagging breast so you can go to sleep talking about Tariq need to be accountable for this pussy. Is that what you do, ma'am?
no, I'd never give you money. I've never donated anything to your causes. I don't take you
Man,
serious.
donate. No, 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 no. If you buy a DVD, you're not donating. Ma'am, you have my you got my movies. You got one of my movies. Let's stop playing. You know good and well you got one of my movies. You probably got some root work deodorant on over there now, rubbing it all on them big old flabby lunch lady arms, keeping the sweat out, ma'am. You a fan, aren't you, dear? And that's okay, and I appreciate it. The way you're fantasizing about me, you got a big cutout picture of me with a tongue glued on it, and you be having the cutout picture do things that I don't want it to do. Let's keep it real, ma'am. Oh, but it's okay. Listen, ma'am. Listen, I respect your fantasies, but please don't project your fantasies onto me. Okay? Okay,
No,
then.
never that. But
Okay.
if you would direct your audience to your chat to take a look at that in all seriousness, that does need to be addressed. But thank
Okay.
you for.
Okay, and thank you so much, sweetie. And also, holiday season is up, and Lane Bryant will have a Black Friday sale in about 3 weeks. So you about to come up, all right? But thank you so much. That Lane Bryant Black Friday sale is going to be right up your alley, ma'am. You get you a lot of nice plus size dresses, and you're going to be all right. Okay. All right. Let's get Pray More. All right, let's get Pray More in here.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? I heard you mention the stud, so a real nigga had to pop up on you and say, "What's up, homie? What's up, everybody in the
What's,
chat?"
what's up? Shout out to the stud, the sexy stud.
All the sexy studs out there, period. But no, on a serious note, the sister that was just on Aeon, y'all was on here for a good little minute, and those are very serious accusations. So I was really interested. I was waiting for her to name names because if you're gonna say something like that, it's important that if you are talking about, raising awareness and the safety of the community and the safety of the women in the community, you should be naming these people's names and not just
But see,
appear.
he wasn't. That was some, it was all in bad faith. If you were really serious about if somebody's doing some sexual predator stuff, that you need to go holler at whatever community that's in or whatever. You don't need to be on here trolling. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
And she
even
didn't name drop at
yeah,
all. She said she put it in like a group chat or something. So I mean, if you're gonna raise awareness about it, this was the perfect time to get up here with all these hundreds of people and actually name names. I mean, we're women up here. We need to know this information if it is indeed true. So, and we
mm-hmm.
need to know who we are around, especially in our spaces. We need to hold each other accountable. So, I was just curious, and I was wondering why she didn't name drop. I was hoping you would keep her on while I was up here, so I could ask her that personally. But
Well, yeah,
and I don't see it in
but
the
yeah,
chat anywhere either. So I don't know
yeah,
what
and I
I'm
don't know
saying.
who it is. So yeah, if they name somebody, that I don't know what that have to do with what's going on over here, because I don't know any of the people she's naming. Some of the folks she was bringing up and all, I don't know none of these people. So that has nothing to
Right,
do
you're
with what
not
we're
law
talking about.
enforcement, so I'm not sure why that would be information. I mean, other than to raise awareness, I'm not sure what you would do about it. Even if that
Right?
was
I don't know
someone
none
that
of that.
that you knew. I mean, other than cutting ties with the person or something, what else would you do if you're not up here putting them on a pedestal or giving them a platform? There was really no reason to come on your platform with that. There are better ways to get that information out there. So, but anyways,
Yeah, but these are
right. Thank you, and
you know
I'll definitely tap in with you later, man. Shout out to all the real
no doubt
niggas
be
out
good.
there.
Hilarious, man, man, man. All right, let's see who we got. We got a lot of folks in here. Yeah, yeah, that's just op shit, especially when you connected with this the ugly Zimbabwean Bushwick nigga. Anything connected with that is oppy all the time, and that's to be expected. You think the feds ain't gonna have their operatives here with their dumb shit? All right, okay. Let's see. We got a lot of people in here. And by the way, everybody, the movie. We're still working on the movie, family. The movie Microphone Check is working on it very hard, and everybody can get involved by going to microphonecheck.com. Microphonecheck.com, ladies and gentlemen, get involved with that. Let's get G Money's Crack Pipe. These names. G Money's Crack Pipe. All right, hop on, G Money.
Peace, Tariq, man. This is my first time ever talking to you, man. I'm a big follower. Been listening to you since about 2010. I see you got a Tetherpalooza going on up here with the
Oh,
Tetherazzi coming up
oh,
here.
oh yeah, they in here.
Yo, with that sister who came up here earlier, you know, this is a serious situation that's going on the Twitter Spaces. I know you're not pretty much involved in any of the, you know, down low stuff that's going on in here, but that sister is a disingenuous rat. You know, she's a liar. She's come up here and spread a mistruth about the community. And, you know, it's got to be some straightening out. We've been straightening this chick out for the past 3 days. She has come up here. She has spread false narratives on a few brothers and sisters on this app. You know, when she's talking about this situation and how, quote unquote, FBAs, she was the Negro and the Negro representative who first knew about this gentleman who was a predator to the ladies. And, you know, they allowed this man to go all through the spaces, get in people's spaces, and they had this information and never told anybody. So she comes up here to gaslight you, brother, you know, because you have a platform and you reach a lot of people on here. And, you know, that was a straight gaslight. And I just wanted to let you know that. And, you know, they roll with the Mr. C, who I call Black Great. That's Mr. C. You know what I'm saying? He's a clown. He ain't nothing but a fool. Trinity ain't nothing but a failed Jamaican rat. You know what I'm saying? And these are the dregs of those Twitter spaces. These guys are fucking bottom feeders. They have nothing to say, nothing to give, and this is what we deal with on an everyday basis on this app. Just to let you know, even though I know you're doing mad important things, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to dig and dive into the crab in the barrel mentality to lower your standards to deal with a lot of these fucking rats and fools and informants or whatever you want to call these degenerates. That's what I call them. They're just straight degenerates. I just thank you for the time and appreciate you. And I got a question. Are you going to send out a couple of more trailers before you release the movie? Appreciate you, man. Much love. And you keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you, family. Yeah, so we might have another trailer out, but yeah, we're getting the movie out pretty fast. I want to have the movie out by February to have it popping for Black History Month. So I keep everybody posted on that. But yeah, we already know that these ops are, you know, doing op shit. They always do that. They always come around here trying to create false narratives and create false scenarios. Like when old girl kept talking about group, when they start talking about group and leader, those are op-ass terms. Those are op terms all day. There is no group. There is no leader. We are a lineage. When we talk about foundational Black Americans and when people start talking about something is trademarked, hell, African American is trademarked. Shit. There's 20 trademarks on the term African American. Every name is trademarked. There's a trademark on every damn name you can imagine. Igbo is trademarked. Puerto Rican is trademarked. They have different trademarks for everything. You name a word that ain't trademarked or a term that's not trademarked. So you're not coming off with a gotcha moment. Everything is trademarked. So, and we trademark FBA for clothes, basically for clothing and merchandising. It's trademarked for that. You can't trademark a lineage. That's why African American is a lineage. It's supposed to be, which everybody can be a part of the damn lineage. It's not really a lineage, but that's trademarked for different products. So these weak talking points are given by some of them alphabet folks. Whenever you see these recycled talking points that have failed and they just keep trying to reuse them, those are talking points that's been given to somebody from somebody else. And we expect it. And notice, let me tell y'all something. Y'all going to see a lot of this. The minute we start talking about possibly going back out to DC, we're going to see a lot of this. So they're getting them started early. Because remember last time when we started going out to DC, all of these federal informants, the same ones, like this musty, ashy Negro here, The main ones jump up with that weird trolling. They get their troll instructions. And when we announced that we were having the rally for reparations, which was phenomenal the last time we had it, right up until the reparations rally, boy, these dudes were having 24-hour round-the-clock troll fest. The feds had these niggas trolling in shifts. These niggas weren't even wiping their ass good. They were sitting up trolling all night and all day. I mean, these dudes were on here for like 72 hours trolling, having troll fest. Niggas just don't do that because they're haters. You know, you get sent to do stuff like that. And that is to be expected. All right. Let's get Ray in here. Let's get Ray. And we are in here heavy. Let's get Ray in here.
Hey, Tariq.
Ray. What's up, Ray? How are you?
I'm good. I'm just listening. I just find it appalling that these tethers just don't get through their minds that real Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, we don't pay attention to people who are failures of their country. Like, I don't understand why they come into our spaces just talking this he say, she say as grown men and don't realize that we look at them in a different way because they're coming out in a feminine tendencies have been shown. And I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing because if what you were doing wasn't necessary, then these people wouldn't be mad. And they don't realize that as a Black American, we don't have no leader, you know, as far as in the circumstances that they try to paint you out in the narrative to be. You're good at what you do. You have a following. You have a base because obviously the majority are on code and like a lot of your talking points. And that's just it. I just want you to keep doing what you're doing and don't let these people discourage you because right now,
real talk. Thank you so much, beloved. Yeah, sister made a good point. Yeah, there's no leader. There's no leader. They want me to be a leader so bad. I have no desire to be anybody's leader. That's ego. I don't have an ego. We don't need a leader. Anybody says I'm a leader of anything is a liar. I have never said I'm a leader. That's fair talk. That's 100% fair talk. Lineages don't have leaders. I'm not Yvette Damn Carnell. I'm not running around here on some wannabe ego shit, talking about a lineage, but I'm the leader of the lineage. See, that's bullshit. That's that Yvette Carnell bullshit. That's confusing. That's why don't nobody rock with that ADOS stuff no more. Because they made it confusing. It turned into something else, and then it was all up in the air. We saw that, basically they're a bunch of Democratic shills. So no leaders. Ain't running around, I'm y'all mama. That's ego shit, talking dumb. Black folks, we don't need no leader. If you're a lineage, you're a lineage. You don't need no damn leader. Your lineage is your lineage. We come from a certain lineage. That's it, right there. And we have a unique lineage that a lot of other people don't have. That's it right there. Ain't nobody the leader of no damn lineage. Your lineage is your lineage. And we have gotten on code around our lineage, and that burns people's asses because you can't do anything about it. That's the problem. When people get on code and you're on code based on your lineage, that's why they keep trying to make our lineage something that it's not. It's a group and shit. It's a hate group. There's some leadership. There's some people in the circle, in the group. That's you just trying to figure out how to create some kind of subgroup in order to attack. Because you can't attack a lineage. Yeah? That's the thing. And that frustrates people because, see, they're so used to people controlling us by naming us. People are so used to naming us, and you can control what you name. If you say you guys are going to be minorities today, well, you can control minorities because you can control who is a minority. Because when we heard minority for a long time, we thought just black people. But then white people said, hey, okay, no. Asian people are going to be the minorities too. And Hispanics, they're going to be minorities with you. And you know what? White women, we're going to make them minorities too. See, when somebody can label you something, they can control the definition of the label. When we define ourselves, see, that's different. Now, that's a power move. We defined ourselves and defined ourselves based on our lineage. Bam. So it's locked in. Can't be remixed. See, nobody can glom off of a foundational Black American designation as far as our lineage. Once we acknowledge that we're foundational Black Americans, that's remix proof. They can't flip it and remix it. Yeah? And they hate that. They hate when we get a rock solid code about something. That's called being codified. We got on code based on our lineage, and it excludes people. You dig? See, power is when you can exclude. Power is not just bringing a whole bunch of people among you. That's not power. Power is about certain things you can exclude, certain things you can say no to. Like, you guys, nah, y'all can't come over here. That's, you guys are good over there, but this right here, this isn't you here. That's a power move. And they're so used to us just bringing everybody to the barbecue, which has weakened us. Because what happens is we invite everybody to the barbecue, but when we want to go get what they got, boy, they put the gates up on us real fast. When we have Juneteenth celebrations, oh man, the tethers run amok to be a part of the Juneteenth celebration. Hip hop that we created, everybody's trying to lay claim to it. Now, let us try to go over to Africa and let us go over there and try to become an Afro beats artist. Like, hold on, nigga. Let us go to Jamaica and then try to take over Jamaica or try to claim some kind of ownership of reggae. Oh, no, nigga. They'll stop us at the gate. They put the gate up on us. You dig? Let us, over here, forget about going to Jamaica, let a foundational Black American open up a Jamaican jerk chicken spot. You'll get some flack. If you say, hey, this is an all-American jerk chicken spot. Hey, bumbaclot, nigga. What is this? You stealing our kocha? Remember when Michael B. Jordan had that Jorvay liquor and the Trinidadians got mad at him? Hey, nigga, that's from our culture. How dare you use a name from our culture? And he ended up having to change the name. I wish he shouldn't have changed shit. Man, I was so pissed that man went and did that. He had to play the politically correct game. Man, I wouldn't have changed nothing. I'm like, man, how you gonna be sitting over here telling me I can't use a name from over there? And you sitting up here in Cleveland somewhere, eating off me. But I can't use a name from over there, which is really a French Ebonic word. It ain't really Trinidadian. There's no such thing as a Trinidadian if you want to get technical with it. 3 mountains or 3 hills or something. I think that's what Trinidad means, something like that. There's no such thing, but I digress. All right, let's see who else we got here. We got a lot of folks in here. Now, my dog is snoring in the background. All right. A lot of folks in here. By the way, while I'm talking, everybody can go to microphonecheck.com and get involved with the film Microphone Check. the phenomenal film. We got 7 days with the crowdfunding campaign going. 7 days left. So we do need everybody to get involved with that. All right, let me get Black Hate. Okay. Let's get Charlie Bravo. Charlie Bravo. All right. All right, and then we're going to get BCM after Charlie Bravo. BCM, Charlie Bravo, then BCM.
Hey, what's good? I love when you joke about your dogs. That is hilarious. Talking about the dogs scratching at the door like hostages. Nah.
Yeah. My God.
I wanted to
How you doing there?
I'm doing well. I wanted to submit some photos for your film. I do a lot of concert photography out here. Now, of course, I don't have any classic photography from like the 60s and the 70s, but I do have some recent photos of rap artists like, Rakim, and I was also thinking about your West Coast film. So, I have a
Yeah.
lot of photos of like Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Too Short, some recent ones. So, if you check your email, you can see some like low res versions. And if you would like to use some, we can figure out how to arrange it for some high res stuff. So, just let me know.
Okay, I'll look out. I'll look out for your email.
All right,
So
for sure.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. All right, Charlie. Charlie Bravo, you ready? Charlie Bravo.
Sorry. Hey, what's up, King Flex?
I'm good, Charlie. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. 4 in the morning on the East Coast. I'm over long haul truck driver. I'm not doing nothing strange for some change. I just
There you go.
want to tell you. I just want to tell you, man. Like they say, never meet your idols, but man, I've been listening to you since I don't know, since like I was 18. I'm 25 now, whatever. I seen all
Okay.
the hidden colors. I want to just give a shout out to everybody in the room. Shout out to Miss D Tubman, Afro Elite. But one question I do want to ask though, King Flex, is what would be your advice to a young black man who's trying to become successful in a system of white supremacy?
Well, yeah, man. Number one, thank you, bro. Let me get y'all. If you want to be successful, man, acknowledge the obstacles that are deliberately there. Because the guy who called earlier, this whole thing about ignoring white supremacy, no, you don't do that. You see the obstacles there, and then you play past it so that you don't fall into the traps. This whole thing where we're supposed to close our eyes and pretend white supremacy doesn't exist. No, you better understand that shit and how it works so that you don't fall in the trap. That's the main thing. That's how you're going to become successful. You got listen. Black people got two ways of becoming successful in a system of white supremacy. There's two ways. And I say success and there's relative success. There's two ways. Number one, you can be a coon, and the success would be relative, but you got to always coon in order to maintain what little success you have. And that's going to be contingent upon the white supremacists' willingness to throw you a bone. And after a while, they do get tired of their coons and they want to get a whole fresh batch of coons in. They get tired of their old coons. So you got to be shucking and jiving all day. And that's very tiring. And you don't want to be a shucking and jiving nigga in order to be successful, because what happens is that creates a lot of passive aggressive energy, because you have to absorb a bunch of negativity and smile through it. And then you take the shit out on your families. Then you take it out on people within the community. Notice a lot of the coons like the Larry Elders and Candace Owens, notice all the hate they have for black society. That's because they absorb all of the negativity from cooning, being around white society, being a coon. The minute you come into black society, it's all about anger, and aggression. And a lot of people bring that coon energy home to their children and their families. So you don't want to go that route. The coon route is never a good route. And the other way you can become successful is understanding how the white supremacists set up obstacles so that you can play past those obstacles. Especially if you're working in corporate America. You're working in corporate America, you better understand going in there, especially if you're a heterosexual black man, you got to move a certain way. You really got to move a certain way and understand some of the energy that's going to be geared towards you. You understand? You better understand how these white supremacists will try to buck break you and where that comes from and how they'll try to test you and how they'll try to come at you to test the boundaries. For example, Terry Crews, you saw what happened to him. If you're a heterosexual black man, especially if you're a big burly black man, these white dudes will try to see how much they can get away with as far as buck breaking. Little shit like that, you better understand how it works. When you get pulled over by a race soldier, you better know how to conduct yourself. No matter how much money you have, you riding around in an expensive car, and you get pulled over by a race soldier, and you start yelling about, "Hey, I know my rights, and I'm a lawyer, and I got this." Dude, that person has a green light to off you based on race. You need to know that. When you do business, you need to know people at the permit office or certain entities that gatekeep paperwork. You better understand that these people have white supremacist views, so you better know how to navigate that. You better know how to get certain people on your team who can walk in certain doors for you and do your bidding for you. Little stuff like that, little nuances there. You better know how to play past it. Yeah. So understanding and navigating through white supremacy, that's one way you can become successful once you understand it and look at it from a logistical standpoint instead of an emotional. We get emotional about white supremacy. We know we got to get over the emotion and just understand we're in a war. It's warfare. So we have to think strategically all the time. Everything is a chess move. We got to start thinking in terms like that. We had some kind of Becky in here. She was putting up laugh emojis. Where'd she go? Where'd that Becky go? Looked like she had on a MAGA hat. We had a Becky in here. Where did MAGA Becky go? I wanted her to get on. We had a MAGA Becky in here, and I would have liked to talk to her to see what was on her mind. All right, MAGA Becky, you want to get back in here? She probably had some Rice Krispie treats on the oven, and she had to turn down the heat because they will get burnt up. Oh man! But let me see. Let's get Adam. Adam in here. Let's get Adam. Adam, hop on.
Hey, Tariq, I want to know why you have Arabic last name.
Well, because man, I had to marry your mom and take her last name so she can get a green card. And once she got the green card, that bitch moved to Atlanta and went off with some niggas at the underground, and I ain't seen her. So
You
where is
know,
she?
you know your last name is a female last name. It means beautiful one.
And do you know your mother's titty is missing because it got blown off during a civil war over in Iraq? And we're supposed to get it fixed. And I gave her the money and she ran off. So I want my titty money
Uh,
back.
why
Okay?
do you why do you try to be like
Tell your
Arabs?
mother, I want my titty money back. Your mother
Even
owes me.
why do you try to be like
Okay,
Arabs? The black people love the
Adam,
Arabs. You take our culture.
Adam, and that your accent is horrible. That's not even a good Arabic accent. You're clearly a Hispanic. All right,
You take our
that's
culture.
not
Even Timberland,
no
he big pimping
dude.
is an Arabic sample. You take our culture.
Your your Arabic accent is horrible, sir. You sound like you got some falafels with Goya powder on it. You have a Hispanic accent that you're trying to hide, sir. Why are you not trying to be yourself, Adam?
I'm not Hispanic.
Yes, you are, Adam. It's okay, brother. It's
From
okay.
Saudi Arabia.
Okay, say something in Arabic.
Muslim.
Muslim? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Say Goya.
Goya.
Okay, nigga, if you don't get your ass and take yourself back to Chipotle right now, brother, you are not fooling nobody. You are not fooling anybody, sir. All right. All right. But microphonecheck.com Everybody go to microphonecheck.com. I'm assuming there's a lot of people in here, man. It's like almost 900 people in here. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are probably overseas. A lot of you guys are probably in the UK and places like that. So shout out to the UK family. I want to get back out there to chop it up with the UK family, man. I really miss the UK brothers and sisters. And, they got a ban on me in the UK. I'm banned from the UK, but I'm trying to work on that to get back over there to kick it with the family. So let's get Elephant Talk. Elephant Talk, hop on, brother. Elephant Talk. Elephant, let's try it, man. Come on, man. I don't want to slow the momentum down. I hate when I have to slow the vibe down. So let's get Vibe. Speaking of Vibe, hop on.
Hey, what's
Vibe,
going on? Yeah, what's going on, Tariq? How you doing, my man?
I'm good. Vibe, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Let me give you your flowers, man, while you here, man. You're doing a great job, you know, creating this space for us, to have our voices being spoken. It's not a lot of
Yeah.
people that's doing that. So I got to give you your flowers while you here, brother. Well, I want to say something real quick. Uh, I'm from California. I'm from Los Angeles. My family came here from the South, from Louisiana. And my
Yep.
family been here since the 1930s. It was a lot of women. My great aunties, my great grandma came over here, um, and they established a nice. It's crazy how the women, the FBA women, established in the 1930s coming over here, and they established something pretty good. One of my great aunties has 4 homes in the San Pedro area of California. And let me say
Yeah.
this. I'm about to be honest. Let me say this because we've been in our family for a minute of not selling them homes. Even if you go down to the Vermont district, the Crenshaw district, they've been always trying to buy those homes out of us. Because
Yeah.
a lot of the FBA brothers down there in the Crenshaw area in the Vermont area, we have a big stronghold because a lot of those homes is owned by some of our great grandmothers and our grandma. So they always come in and be, 6 million. They just offered one of my cousins 5 million. In the Vermont
Wow.
district, but we all got on code as a family. Like, nah, we gotta always have a staple here. They always try to push us out. So, and a lot of my family, some of my family has even written the homes that they have to Latinos, and it is what it is on that. They're getting paid for that, but they're not selling it. See, that's the thing, and we're really on code of not selling our property to these people that really want it, and that they're trying to really
Yeah.
like get us out of here. Because if you go down to Moreno Valley, I'm in Moreno Valley right now. It's a lot of us out here. They pushing
Yeah.
us in Moreno Valley, Riverside, Rancho, Ontario. It's a pretty big black community out here, to be honest, because they're pushing us out
Oh
from
yeah.
LA because a lot of us is selling those homes. You know what I'm saying? And those homes is really the homes of like our great grandmothers in 1950s, 60s. They owned homes and they passed it down. A lot of them homes, even in the grimy areas, they costing 4 or 5 million per. And it's like, sometimes so that right there, we have to always be careful. But I'm gonna land my plane with this. I want to ask you a question on this too. What is the origin of lowriders in California? Because I was talking to a Latino dude, and he said that he was like, man, yeah, we do have, a part of hip hop, man. We do kind of can own hip hop a little bit because we had low riders and black videos back in the day. It's like, so that's what I wanted to ask you about, really. But I'm gonna land my plane right
Right.
there. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. A lot of folks don't know, man. A lot of the lowrider culture, they try to attribute it to the Hispanics, man. It was black folks um, in the 40s and 50s down in San Diego who started to lower them cars. I forget, it was a brother, I can't remember his name, but it was the brothers down in San Diego, late 40s, early 1950s. And this was hydraulics didn't even exist at the time. So they were using a lot of tools from the war and all of that from the military surpluses to rig the cars and lower them and trick the cars out. We were tricking those cars out early on. They used to call it the Dago dip, if I'm not mistaken. I think when they used to lower those cars, instead of a lowrider, they used to call them the Dago dip. And there was a shop out there in San Diego doing it in the 1950s. And understand, we were tricking out cars. We've been doing that. The hustlers would do that back in the 30s. Like Iceberg Slim talked about those hustlers and players that would have all those tricked out cars. So we've been doing that. That was a hustle thing. Yeah, that's always been something that we did, and then other people kind of picked up on it. So we really need to understand that history. All right. Damn, my dog is man. So let's see who else we got in here. We got it on and popping tonight. And by the way, microphonecheck.com. That's the website. Let me get one more call because I've been on here. Shit. Okay, I've been on here for damn near 3 hours. I didn't know it was on here this long. I've been on here for a minute. Let's get one more good one. Ashante, I tried to get you on before, brother. Wait, hold on. I think it's about to come on now. Hold on. Ashante or Asante. Hop on, Asante. What's up, Asante?
I'm good, sir. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Cape Town, South Africa. Sorry about earlier. My microphone, I don't know, my browser was not allowing my microphone to come through. But yeah, all I wanted to say, because I wanted to chime in about the other gentleman that was talking about what hip hop, saying that it's not influencing anything. Like, let me tell you something about like the influence that hip hop had over here, like even before the internet. Like that was back in the late '80s. So the power that hip hop has, like even to this day, you don't need no corporate companies to push hip hop culture, because hip hop culture in itself is the biggest culture in the world, which was created by foundational Black Americans. And this narrative that I'm hearing today, like there was Puerto Ricans or Jamaicans that were involved in it. Like I don't know where the hell that came from, because we all know that it was foundational Black Americans that created this great culture. So I cannot wait for your documentary to come through and to speak the truth, so that everybody knows the truth and the lies needs to stop. And I'm 100% in support of the FBA culture.
Much respect, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, fam.
All right.
All right, let's shut it down because I've been on here for damn near 3 hours. Shit, I didn't know I was on here this long. But man, look, it's very interesting conversations. A lot of ops, but it's cool. A lot of good conversation. Try to be as constructive as possible. Family, can everybody go to microphonecheck.com and get involved with the new film? We have 7 days left for everybody to get involved with the new film. This is history, and it's going to pop off. And you guys, y'all have a great weekend. Papia Kute and Lola Vuve to the family. Peace.